You can slowly open your eyes. Maybe you can touch your eyes with the tip of your palms, the fingers, gently activate. Rub your palms, open your eyes within your palms. This is very important, especially if you're waking up from sleep or opening your eyes after meditation. The capillaries and the nerve endings at the edges of the eyebrows or eyelids are very thin, very, very thin. So just activate, open, you're more safe. You don't give a jerk to that. So I welcome all of you to this. I would say this is though I would have to call it introductory because it's the first session. This is a part of the nine-part series of inner child healing. So I plan to do it during the weekdays itself, the night, not during the daytime. Though I prefer daytime, but it may not be suitable because most of us are working. So, but if you give a gap of 1 week, the continuity is lost. When the continuity is lost, people lose track of practice because if you don't practice, the change may not come. So before I move forward, I would like to maybe ask you to maybe introduce yourself, 1 or 2 lines, and then also share why are you here? In the sense, what is that which motivated you to join the program? What is that you are looking for? And then I will give a brief of the plan which we have and how we can move forward. Yeah. So I think most of you know me. Yeah, I think Bala Praveen is new. You're also new. So I am Sarvanan. I'm basically a pharmacy graduate. So I would say my first half of my career was selling medicines. Second half is to ask people to go natural, to avoid medicines and see if we can activate. The reason is very simple. We all know that oxygen gives us life, correct? That is what we have been taught. But if only oxygen can give us life, nobody will die. Yes, sir? We can have an oxygen cylinder inside and push oxygen into the system. Correct? So, oxygen is a part. There is something inside the body is there which activates the oxygen and makes us live. That is what we call as life energy. So if we can connect with that life, then life changes. So then most of the medicines actually suppress it. And number 2, we also become very lazy because we think I have taken a medicine, so everything will become all right. Yes or no? Because many people ask me, even if they come to yoga, how long should I come? How many sessions should I come? Correct? So again, we are used to the principle that I can take a medicine, it will become all right. But we don't know that we are taking medicines lifelong, nothing seems to become all right. Correct? Nothing seems to become all right. We are under an illusion that medicine takes care. But since we're just popping a pill by paying medicine, by paying money for it, we think everything is all right. But nothing happens like that. So our goal is to see if we can keep this, it's a continuous process. When I say continuous process, we are going up maybe from level 0 to somewhere at level 5. To sustain at level 5, you need to do certain things. Yes or no? The same thing in business, career, everything, correct? To sustain at level 4, you need to do something. To grow, you need to do more. If you don't do anything, you'll come down. Yes or no? Correct? When it comes to business, same thing with health, same thing with spiritual health, same thing with physical health. So unless we do certain right practices, we may not be able to go higher and higher. And it is possible that you can actually connect to the ultimate with some simple practices daily. If that happens, then life changes. And there is a process for that, which I will explain as we move forward. So before I further, I think I shared, then I moved to hypnotherapy, regression, yoga. And finally, I have realized one thing, that logically, you cannot solve the problem. Yes or no? Logically, can you solve a problem? When I say logically, can you go and find out every small bit of mistake you made, every small, maybe say, error which your parents made, solve it and then move forward? Is it possible? It's not possible. It has happened, it has happened. but we are not able to leave it. It is there in the unconscious. So there is a logical way, there is a method to address it logically. And there is also one more method where we take a leap of faith. In the sense, we just jump out of it. Just jump out of it. To jump out of it, we need certain methods, certain tools. We have mantra, we have meditation. So we have combined the both. If you say, if you ask, if you go with the Yoga Sutras, it says, tapas, swadhyaya, ishvara pranidhana. Tapas means burning, the fire to cure oneself, the fire to grow. Because fire is the only thing, wherever you put it, others go up. Fire is the only thing which goes up in spite of gravity. So fire to move up, then self-study. Third is Ishwar Pranidhana. Ishwar Pranidhana, we have certain tools. This is not just going to the temple when we have time, giving some money. That's not Ishwar Pranidhana, which we still do. That's okay. But now we are trying to see if we can go one step higher than that. So this inner child healing, yes, we will use tools of hypnotherapy, but we will also focus on Ishvara Pranidhana, where there is a systematic way to access the divinity within, activate it, invoke it, and then allow it to progressively grow within us and see if we can completely rebuild ourselves. There is a possibility. Let us see how much we can. Right. So before I continue further, I am turning this system to the opposite side, where you have friends here. You can also share, as I told you, your name, why you are here, what motivated you, and what you're looking for. Right? So, yes. Anyone can start.
Good morning. My name is Sashi Kumar. I am working in a private company in marketing. I always have an interest in this type of these things. And coincidentally, my daughter is also good in therapy. So I learned a little bit from going through all these things. I understand there is single child and all those things. There is always an insecure feeling in the life, financial difficulties and all those things. Just wanted to know where we are, how we can be rectified, if at all it can be done. That's why I'm here.
Thank you.
Yes, I just wait. I've been attending sessions for the past 9 years, and I'm very much for it, since I also have a lot of fear which entered into me when I was a child, and I just want to eat alone.
My name is Bharti. I'm a homemaker. My ideal doctor welcome to do yoga for my son. So when my son is not here,
Thank you.
I'm Vicky. Actually, I came with the open mind. Only one thought I had when I saw the state that inner child healing. I feel that something is it has to do with some inner healing of the hurt that is embedded within us right from the childhood, which is impeding our growth. So I thought this will help heal some aspects which I not am unaware of, which will eventually help the mind's growth. That's that.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, others for there can introduce yourself. Anybody, or I should call out the names.
Okay, good morning, friends. Good morning. My name is Arun, and I'm a trainer by profession, and learning is so perennial, so I would love to learn. And the motivating factor was last week we had a session with Sarvanan at Hypnotic Circle, and as a sequel to this, I've come for this to know about the inner child healing. That's about it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, good morning. My name is Bala Praveen and my age is 28. I'm doing business and I have been practicing alpha meditation for the past 10 years. I was surfing something and this came to me. It looks interesting, so I'm here. This is the first time I'm attending this session.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, Swarna, we're not able to hear you. Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good morning, I'm Swarna. I have attended many of Mr. Sarvadan's programs. I am continuing to attend his yoga program also. I have also learned mantra chanting from him. This seemed like a very interesting topic, inner child healing. So I think I have much to learn today. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes, Mr. Kalyan, I think we have Arun Sachs and Vanita, three of you. Yeah, Harsh, we are not able to hear. Yeah, I think that's a problem with the audio. Yeah, Mr. Kalyan, you can just introduce yourself. You have to unmute yourself. Unmute panning.
கேக்குதா சார்?
Yes.
Yeah, I am Kalyan. I am age 65. I am in Chennai. My main aim is I want to live a relaxed, peaceful, happy, blissful, contented, and normal life. So that's why I attended this session. Thank you.
Thanks, Mr. Kalyan. Arun Sachs, long time. You better the hypnotic circle.
Arun Sachs was the one who spoke a little earlier.
Oh.
I was the first one to talk, and now waiting my namesake Arun to call out and.
So there are two screens. I was wondering what was what. Cool.
Okay.
Nice. Thanks, everyone. Harsh and Vanita.
Hello, sir. My name is I'm Vanita. I'm from Hyderabad. Actually, I feel I have wounded childhood. Because of that, I am unable to take decisions. There is, I could feel I have a little bit struggle in taking decisions and all this. I want to heal those wounds which I got in my childhood. That's why I'm attending the program. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Yes, Harsh. Thanks, Vanita. I think Harsh also has a problem with connectivity. Cool then. That's fine. So basically,
good morning.
Yes, Harsh. Yeah.
No, Sarvanan sir, Arun here from Dubai.
Yes, Arun. நீங்க video on பண்றீங்களா? I'm not able. Yes, Arun. Yes. You can introduce yourself. That's why I saw two Aruns. Yeah, how are you?
All good, sir. Just wanted to say hello, and I really like the group here. And was curious to know something new, and so I'm around. So happy that it will help people. Thank you.
Yes. Happy to see you after a long time. Cool.
Same here, sir.
10 years. Yes. More than 10 years, right? Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I said same here. Yeah, long time, long time.
Yeah. So just in brief, we are working together, I would say 20 years back in Guntura. Correct. Cool. Nice.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So basically, when we talk of inner child, many people, most of us think that we have come over childhood, yes or no? And we also generalize it. எல்லாருக்கும் நடந்தது தானே எனக்கும் நடந்துச்சு புதுசா என்ன இருக்கு இன்னும் புதுசு இல்லையே அப்படின்னு we have a feeling. But it's very simple. Whenever we encounter something overwhelming, for a very simple, I can give a very simple example. சாக்லேட் வேண்டி, அதாவது ஒன்னாவது படிச்சப்போ எனக்கு வேண்டிய சாக்லேட் கிடைக்கல, எனக்கு வேண்டிய ட்ரெஸ் கிடைக்கலங்கிறதுக்காக I know a 40-year-old lady still compulsively shopping for the most expensive dresses in the world. Right? And once we went back and did some work there to release it, her life stabilized. So, யோசிச்சு பார்த்தாக்கா it will be அந்த ட்ரெஸ் தானே அது சரியா போச்சு, அப்படி கிடையாது. The impact of the situation on our psyche, if it is very overwhelming, then there is a shift in the entire energy system. When that energy system gets shifted, இப்போ இப்படி வளர்ந்துட்டு நேரா வளர வேண்டிய ட்ரீ திடீர்னு ஷிஃப்ட் ஆயிடுச்சுன்னா இப்படி போயிடும், இப்படி வளைஞ்சிடும். அப்புறம் இங்கேருந்து இப்படி வளையும், இங்கேருந்து இப்படி வளையும். ஸோ இங்க வளர வேண்டிய ட்ரீ இங்க எங்கேயோ வளர்ந்துட்டு. ஸோ though we think that we are here to solve the problem of my finance, the problem of children, whatever, our whole idea is how can I connect and come back to the center. We want money, we want relationships, we want our work to happen well with an objective, thinking that through that we can come back to the center. But it is very difficult to digest now, yes or no? Because our problems seem to be very real. உங்களுக்கு என்ன தெரியும், இது வந்து எனக்கு தானே கஷ்டம், இதுதானே அப்படி இல்லையே அப்படி இல்லையே. It's natural, there's nothing right or wrong about it. So what we are going to do, we are not going to neglect or say that whatever you're thinking is an illusion, waste, அப்படி கிடையாது. We are going to very logically address it, set up an internal environment to prepare us for healing. Then we are also going to use a specific meditative tool, which is much deeper than going to temples or even chanting a mantra, I would say. This is again based on a very simple primary principle of yoga, or how the mind works. இப்போ பாத்தீங்கன்னா, you are looking at me and I am looking at you, correct? Physically you are outside me, but internally where are you? Internally you are inside me only. Yes or no? You are inside me only. That's the only truth. There's nothing other than that. Physically you are outside, but psychologically you are inside me only. And I am looking at you based on certain sensory perceptions. When I say sensory perceptions, only with a certain spectrum of light, certain spectrum of sound, I am able to see you. Adhe mari, I am also making an opinion about you based on certain perceptions I have about you and I have about others. We start with gender, my opinion about gender, my opinion about male, my opinion about female. Then we say my opinion about male of this age, female of this age. My opinion about a person who is dressed like this and dressed like this. Right? So the list goes on and on and on. There is no end to the list. But more the list, the more constipated we are, because we tend to look only with a certain. So can we open that up? Can we understand and open that up is the process. Number two, most people, as I again told, the biggest trauma happens to us, if you ask as per proper regression terms, when you got conceived. I do not know when you got conceived and your mother knew that you are conceived, that you are inside her, was the first trauma that happened to you. Why? Because You were completely free without a body. Yes or no? Even though I can't go to Kerala, I cannot go to London. Why? Because we have a physical body. If there's no physical body, I can just go and come back. Now, we were free, but we were not aware of the freedom. So we got enshrined or we got pulled into a form. That is the first trauma that has happened to us. The second trauma that happened to us was when your mother discovered that she was pregnant. How did she even realize? What was her first emotion? Was it fear? We don't know. Correct? Was it surprise? We don't know. Even she may not know it. That is the intensity. That gives an emotional jerk. Third important time, when the trauma again opens up, or what we call as past life samskaras opened up, when she communicates to others and how others treat her at that time. How she says to others and what others say to her is a third trauma that does not happen to the mother, happens to the baby, happens to you as an energetic form inside. The fourth one is a very, very common example I give, very practical example. Imagine you go out of this room or go out of wherever you are and you suddenly see people 10 times, 20 times larger than you. What will happen? You have fear. 10 times larger, 10 times correct? So suddenly you see people 10 times, 20 times larger than you. There will be fear. But all of us were in such a situation at one point of time. Yes or no? Yes or no? We were like that. When we came out, there are 5-6 people looking down at us. Right? Even then they will make us breathe. Imagine we can ignore it now, but they are all real impactful situations when the past life program opens up. Number one. And second, it is not that everything needs healing, because there are very natural ways to digest. We go out and play, lot of things are there. In spite of all that, there would have been lot of instances where we have been completely shifted from our inner space. Once we get completely shifted from the inner space, then things start happening, right? In the sense our life gets changed. Then those decisions continue. In the morning number one, meditation is for that. If you ask me, if that one meditation is practiced, and if we can practice it continuously, inner child healing happens naturally. So what we did was, we were connected with the body, stabilized with the body, then we connected with the breath. When we were connecting with the breath, lot of thoughts came. We left the thought, came back to the breath. That's all. Right? We left the thought and came back to the breath. That is the only practice we need to do. For example, when you are working, there is no need for any thought. Correct? There's no need for any thought. When you want to sleep, there is no need for any thought. But unfortunately, we start thinking it is very important. That is a problem. So can I think only when I need to think? Or do you think you can solve the problem by always thinking? Or am I thinking compulsively? We are not able to differentiate. So if we keep practicing this practice, 3 things happen, which is what we will do now. Hippo, I want you to think about one challenge you're facing now. Only one of you or 2 of you need to share. Before going into sharing, I want to make it clear for everybody. All of us have to be within the contract. So anybody who is sharing here, they have the guts to share. So we should thank. And second, whatever they share stays within the group. Correct? Stays within the group. When I say within the group, even if you meet them outside, for example, some of you go and meet Arun in Dubai. You can't say, oh, I met you in that program. No, so you told like this. You should not say that. Correct. The reason is just leave it here. And most important thing we should do when someone is sharing, Observe what emotion is coming up inside you. Because if you are deeply attracted, if you are commenting on others' experience, it means you are deeply attracted to the experience of others. You may be rejecting, you may be accepting, it doesn't matter. But the moment you comment, you reject or accept, it means that something inside you is syncing with that experience. So just observe the emotion that is happening inside you. Okay, that is a rule or the contract or the framework within which we will be doing this process. Because hopefully, if most of you continue for all the other 9 sessions, you will find this group itself a big healing group, because we heal together as a group, and the group energy works well. Groups heal better than individuals. So my request is, think for yourself and let us know one challenge which you're experiencing now. It can be a physical challenge, it can be a social challenge, financial challenge, or even a psychological problem, whatever it is. Whatever it is, just share. Think about it for 2-3 minutes. Whenever you're ready, you can share. Anything is okay. Don't worry. Whatever you're going to think now will not be the main challenge. I'll prove to you the challenge roots lies somewhere else. Nothing to worry about. You can share one challenge or one thing that is bothering you now.
So my problem is whatever thought I am getting now, I think that as an abnormal thought or a negative thought. I don't know why it comes to me. Whatever thought, any thought, even if it is a normal thought, but my mind says it's a abnormal thought or negative thought. Why it's happening?
Give me one example of a negative thought which keeps happening continuously.
Any thought, suppose if I think that I want to go to office, I think it is an abnormal thought. What is the use of going to the office like that?
Yeah.
Like that, all from the morning till the night I sleep. My thought pattern is like that.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Mr. Kalyan's challenge is not only negative. It is negative with a tinge of given up. It's like, so what? Office ko pona na povati enne. What is the use of doing it? What is the use? Good. It is not only negative, it has got a tinge of that negative, I would say, that given up phenomenon. And you will not be surprised. I was actually talking to a 21-year-old girl. Lot of pressure from parents to marry. She's just completing her engineering and they have already decided you have to marry this person. She's saying no and all that. She's not eating in the sense that appetite. I know, I have been seeing her from 16, 17 years. She was well built in a sense, normal. But today she's becoming small. So she's my daughter's friend only. So I asked her, what is happening to you? She told, no, there's no interest. I told, what do you want to do? I don't know what I want. Right? I don't know what I want. So, but all the other news I hear from my daughter. So it is like, I told her she has given up. So it is not surprising at 65 you are having this thought. Now today, young people at the age of 20, 21 are having this thought. So what? What will happen? Why should I do what I do? Anyways, things don't happen. So it's not new, but that is very deep. It is very traumatic if it has to happen for a 21-year-old. We will come to that. Thank you. Thanks for sharing. Others? Fear of coming out of the comfort zone, meaning what?
Unable to move out of the comfort zone in professional life.
So what is the comfort zone?
Whatever is the things which are known.
So what thought comes to you when you think of changing your job or changing your profession? What thoughts come to you when you face the unknown? What emotion comes up? Fear.
Yeah.
And how do you know it is fear? What change happens in your body?
Embarrassment. People think that.
What happens in your body? For example, you have your neck constricting now, you're breathing faster, your hands here are getting tensed.
Maybe
Heart rate, I'm able to perceive from here. So that is what we call as a body reaction. Right? The reason I'm bringing it out for all of you is, there are 3 or 4 things that happen for sure to everybody when you have a challenge. The first thing for us to notice is to see if I can find this out. For example, with Mr. Kalyan, it was purely verbal. He said, what is the use of going to the office? I feel lethargic. I don't have an interest. That is verbal. That's the top level. But if I ask Mr. Kalyan to be with that thought, what is the use? What is the use? What is the use? Then slowly, maybe some angst may come out. It's not anger. It is like, enna panni enna use, something is there which I wanted, I did not get so far. Right? That emptiness. So we should write down emptiness. We should be able to pinpoint these 3 or 4 points within ourselves. How am I expressing it verbally? When I express it verbally, what happens in my body? Which part of me? We are so used to it. For example, our getting in a body went like this, heart thing. We have got used to it and think it is normal. But no, the heart rate is changing. And the hands are getting tensed. Now you are sitting like this. So don't change. Which is a protection. So I say I'm not against Rahul Gandhi or whatever, at least in this forum. But you observe, because I was just observing, I observe body language, right? Recently, if you look at all the talks he gave, in most of the talks, he'll be sitting like this. Or it will be like this position. These are all self-protective positions, which means I'm not sure about what I'm talking. If you observe political leaders, you can easily find out, because they are out, and you can find out whether what they're saying is lie or they are talking the truth. It is not the sound, it's the body language. Same thing if a kai plays. So we are like this. This is the protection. I should make note of it. நான் இந்த மாதிரி எண்ணம் வரப்போ நான் எனக்கு இந்த மாதிரி உடம்புல தோணுது, இங்கெல்லாம் டென்ஷன் ஆயிடுது, இங்கெல்லாம் ஹார்ட் ரேட் அதிகமாயிடுது. That is what we call as a somatic reaction. You have a somatic reaction, which means the body reaction. You have a verbal reaction. இதை நம்ம வளர விட்டோம் அப்படின்னாக்கா, you will get in touch with an emotion. Right? The emotion can be fear. If Mr. Kalyan, it is angst. It is, I will not even call anger. It is anger on oneself. இதுக்கு மேல என்ன பண்ணி எனக்கு வேண்டியது கிடைக்கும் ஏன்னா தெரியல எனக்கு. Right? It is that. Can I get in touch with that? So when I get in touch with all these 3, and if I can be there for some time, something new will happen. Which means I may go back to a point to find out when all the 3 happened together at the same time, the most intense moment. இது மூணு நடந்துட்டு இருக்கிறப்போ, please understand. I'm just showing this. This is the framework on which we do. This is a basic framework of yoga therapy. To an extent, part of this is in various forms of therapy, but here we combine everything. So we connect with the somatic, we connect with the verbal, we connect with the emotional. Okay? All these 3 are linked with each other. When all these things 3 happen to us, we also make 2 or 3 very important decisions. One is we develop an opinion about others or the situation. If, for example, if I ask you, comfort zone, what opinion you have about your current job? I want to change.
Yeah.
That is your desirable action.
Yes.
But what opinion you have about your current job? What is giving you comfort?
Manager.
Correct. Basically, you have been used to that 9 to 5 or whatever, and it is giving me X amount of salary every month. Because of that, I have got a certain comfort. I am getting the food I want or whatever, right? So this is opinion. I have an opinion about my job. Then I have opinion about myself. All of you can write down because this is a framework. And opinion about life as a whole. Then there is a overarching experience how to be more safe and secure and how to increase my level of pleasure. So if you ask me, these are the, I would say, 7 principles that guide every moment of our life. We make the best possible today. At this moment, there are infinite number of ways in which you could have spent time. Okay, but today, this is what you have decided. This is the best possible thing I can do for myself. That's all. That's the only reality. Adhe mari, idu mudichittu poi saapidrom. Of all the other choices available, that is the best thing my mind has chosen to do. This is eating. That's all it is. So we always make the best possible option. Best possible option. That's why I say people, if they want, they say children get distracted, they are watching to watch movies. That if you go through this process, first, படிக்கணும் அப்படின்னு நினைச்சாக்கா உடம்புல அதிரும், வெர்பல் வரும், எமோஷனல் வரும், எல்லாரும் இப்படிதான், இவங்கெல்லாம் இப்படிதான் சொல்லுவாங்க, நான் அவ்வளவுதான். How to be safe and secure, how to increase my level of pleasure. I want it now, I will go and watch television. Who trained them? Only we trained them. We gave big TVs. No? Why did you buy big TV in our home? Because we wanted to be better than others. I don't know, I'm just sharing with you because that is how advertisements comes and pushes inside. So, these are the basic tools. These are the basic. We'll again and again come back to this on a continuous basis. Okay? Please make note. This is the transformatory framework which you'll be playing with during the whole process. So, every time you have a challenge, be with the challenge, allow the challenge to impact you. Find out. சில பேருக்கு பாடி ரியாக்ஷன் உடனே வரும், சில பேருக்கு வெர்பல் ரியாக்ஷன் உடனே வரும், சில பேருக்கு எமோஷன் உடனே வரும். எது உடனே வருதோ அதை பிக்கப் பண்ணிட்டு பிக்ஸ் அப் த அதர் 2. அது மூணோடையும் சேர்ந்து இருந்தீங்கன்னா யூ வில் கெட் த அதர் 3. ஓப்பனிங் அபவுட் யுவர் செல்ஃப், அதர்ஸ் அண்ட் சிச்சுவேஷன். இது எல்லாம் நடந்த உடனே அவர் ஹியூமன் இன்ஸ்டிங் ஆர் ஃபார் தட் மேட்டர் அனிமல் இன்ஸ்டிங் வில் அகெயின் சே ஹவு கேன் ஐ ப்ரொடெக்ட் மை செல்ஃப். That is a strategy you have developed and you are doing continuously. For example, for you, if I say you leave the job and do, if they are, so better be safe. That is an instinct from the safety zone, which the animal instinct is okay. It is not animals or the applicable. I'm just trying to tell you, self-protection mechanism. But that human mind does not want it. It wants to break and come out. Yes or no? Human mind wants to break it. I'm telling you, 95% of people don't like their jobs. Yes or no? They don't like their jobs. But still, I will not say they should leave their jobs. They don't like their job because of childhood conditioning. Somewhere they have been forced to study this. They did not get it from the job. Then again, all are not suitable to be entrepreneurs also. Correct? To be an entrepreneur, you should have a different set of qualities. It is just not possible to shift from an employee to an entrepreneur. Very difficult. Very, very difficult. You just go here. Right? So, is it reactionary? இதெல்லாம் நம்ம தெரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டு then within that space, how will I increase my level of pleasure? Why people drink? The employees are thinking, why in Tamil Nadu so much of drinking habit? So company in Ponaka, odane they give drink, right? So CEO is drinking that drink. No, I will also drink the same drink. Which means I am also imagining myself to be as happy or as powerful as rich as me. I'm telling you, if you make all the associations you have with the drinking, in 2 days' time you'll stop drinking because you realize you're a fool. Not only drinking, most of the habits you want to drop, which we know that is not helping us, if you just try to map the meaning, it is gone. It will just move away from you. Am I making sense? Any questions you can ask me? Because I don't like to give a long lecture. I like to know where each of us are before we move. Swarna, please chip in and maybe you can share. You can share if you have mapped out what I have told for the benefit of everybody. Because with this, we will regress, we will find out and use the same framework. Then after that, we'll go into the meditation. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I just tried to see, based on what the framework you have given. So the issue that I took up right now was that I've taken a lot of things to do. If anybody asks me for a favor, I don't say no. I'll say yeah, okay, I'll do it, and then I find out that I'm overwhelmed. I have way too many things to do, and there's usually it's like a shortage of time, and then I sort of go into like a spiral. Like I don't have enough time to finish this. I don't have enough time to do this and that. So based on what you said, I was just thinking back about my reactions, and people do ask me like, "Are you so busy or what?" And I say, "No, I'm just keeping my brain occupied because I don't want to be sitting around waiting for something to do." I think that is what my real answer is. That I try to fill up all the slots in my day so that I'm not left with time to indulge in any overthinking and go into a low or whatever. So I just take on tasks which keep me physically active throughout the day. So this was my understanding.
Can I ask you just 2-3 minutes? You're okay?
Yes, I'm good. I'm good. Yes.
So if I ask you to just relax and go to the moment when somebody is asking you some help.
Okay.
Before you say yes to them, what thought comes to you?
Yeah, let me take it. Let me
take it. In between that decision to take it and that somebody is asking you, in between those two, what emotion comes up? How is the body reaction?
I can sense something in my stomach. I don't know. It could be like I don't know. It's like not a fear or anything, but it's not like a fear, but it seems like that.
It's a churn. It's a churn in the stomach.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a churn or rumbling in the stomach.
Yeah.
And if I ask you to give a word or that part to verbalize, your stomach to talk, what will your stomach talk? That churn.
It's a lot to digest.
A lot to digest. Correct. Yeah. Now I have a lot to digest. Stomach is churning. When I think about both, when I am with it, what emotion do I get?
I can sense fear.
Fear. Now allow all these things to be there. Fear, stomach is churning, lot to digest. If I am with all these three together, and if I ask you, if this continues, if the fear, the churning of the stomach, lot to digest situation continues, what will happen to your life?
It will not end up in a very good
Life may
state.
not be ending up in a situation.
Good
Please
state.
open your eyes. I don't want you to go deeper now. Relax.
Okay.
Take a deep breath. Come on. So this is a natural pattern. The pattern changes. Okay. So if you look at this sheet, so at a superficial level, what happened to her, I think, was a trigger. Somebody coming and asking a question, and then she gave a response. The response was, "Let me do it." But in between, if we just spend some time slowly, for her, the emotional was very difficult. Maybe fear came, but it was not very, very clear. But the stomach churned. For each of us, something opens up fast. It depends on which we are open up to. The stomach churning came up, then I cannot digest it. Now that is syncing with already I have a lot of work to do. I have taken one more. I can't digest the amount of work I can do also, right? But I'm still taking it. There is fear, and if this continues, life may not be good. So as a reaction to all this only, I am going and accepting because I do not want to see this. I do not want to be with it because it is very deep. This is the one that propels. I think நேத்து யாரோ கேட்டாங்க என்கிட்ட, I think Mr. Kalyan தான் சொன்னார், எனக்கு எதுவுமே ஞாபகம் இல்லை அப்படின்னாரு. So it's like this, நீங்க ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்க வேண்டாம். எல்லாருக்கும் சொல்றேன் நான், நம்ம ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்க மாட்டோம், நம்ம ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கிறதுக்கு முடியாது. நம்ம ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கிட்டோம்னாக்கா கன்ஃபியூஸ் ஆகிடும், பைத்தியம் முடிச்சிடும். ஆனா our body remembers everything. Body stores everything that has happened in our life, and it will digest and it will store. There is no way out. There is no way out. And as long as the body has stored it, unless we involve the body in the process, we can't work. It takes a lot of time. That's the basis of yoga or breath which you're doing, but we are not talking about it now, because we talk about it, half the crowd will run away now. So I am not going to talk. Cool. So are you able to get a framework now? புரிஞ்சுதானா சொன்னது? You're able to understand? Can anyone summarize to me? Anybody? Anita, you can also summarize. Because this is a normal process. I'm not introducing something new. This is the only way in which the mind works systematically. It is not, it does not work. Chumala, it doesn't work. Right? This is the first level of information absorption by the mind. There are 2 or 3 levels, but this you should be able to understand. And I'll ask you, each of you to experience it now. Yeah. Anita, can you summarize to me? Or anybody can summarize. Don't think I'm trying to pick up names and ask, but I know you can express it. That's why I'm sharing with you. I'm picking up people who are known to me now. That's all.
Whenever the situation, some situation is happening, where we feel some struggle, but we couldn't find it out. What's means forcefully, if you are doing something without noticing the past, there are some somatic like observations that we can find out in our body, in our verbal and emotional. We need to find it out, all those things, because based on these.
I take a decision. I take a decision based on this. See, I can give a very, very simple example. How many of you like ice creams but want to stop eating ice creams? You like ice creams, but you don't want to stop eating ice creams. Now, I come and show
The thing is, whenever I feel stressed, I'm swigging it and I'm buying ice cream and I'm eating chocolate ice cream.
Hyderabad, your cream stone also in every corner now. Yeah. That's a problem, right? So it's like this. Though consciously I don't want ice cream, I do not want it. Unconsciously, My association with ice cream is something very deep. When Anita, I can unmute, I can ask you, what are the, when you think about an ice cream, what all meanings come up in your mind? What all images come in your mind?
That ice cream image, that eating when I eat that chocolate, I feel I feel relaxed, and I know I'll become overweight also. Then also,
Feel relaxed. For me, if I think about ice cream, as I am talking to you, I imagine that small hut near our college in Chidambaram. I don't know if some of you in Chidambaram you will know. There's a small hut called Milky Mist. Milky Mist. We used to come all the way, 1.5 kilometer walking, sit there, have that gulfi and go back. Only that I'm able to remember now. If I go one more level deeper, there was once one hotel in Neyveli called Indian Coffee House. We used to go there, we used to fight. I'll have to bargain with my father. He'll say this or this only one. So you take it and eat it for half an hour. So that is the value which we are given for that. And he recently went to Neyveli, I went there and had that ice cream again. Right. The reason I'm saying is they are so embedded in our psyche, and we have made a meaning associated, which makes no meaning now. Which makes no sense now. Yes or no? Today, if I say that only by eating that ice cream, I'll be happy, or that gulfi, I'll be happy, it makes no sense. I know it is just there for half a second. But still I'm able to do means the deeper meaning I have made with it is very, very powerful. I made it at some point of time, and my body takes, whenever I get stressed up, the only way to relax is to have an ice cream. It's like alcohol. My body gets stressed up and I do not know it, and I go for alcohol. I just don't know. But people say, no, I'm very relaxed. No, I'm not taking for stress and all. It's not. Alcohol happens because when you drink alcohol, the body was like that only. Your blood vessels gets dilated. Yes or no? If you have caffeine, you have that sensation in your nerves. You have the sensation in your nerves. You can't say that, no, I'm anyways brisk, but caffeine, even if I don't drink coffee, I'll be brisk. No, not possible. If you are taking coffee 2 times a day, I'm saying it because I like coffee, and suddenly you drop even that half a day morning, gone, because your nerves are used to that caffeine, and higher the intensity, the more addicted you become, because you are not. Same thing with alcohol, same thing like stress eating is also same. Whether my body really relaxes or not does not matter. Because logically speaking, people say if you drink alcohol, especially in Kashmir, you will become hot. No, it is not true. If you drink alcohol, the blood vessels dilate and they actually release the heat outside the body. Physiologically, they release the heat outside the body and you actually become more colder inside. That's the truth. But since we have been told, oh, Kashmir, the soldiers drink rum. So here we are only 21 degrees, 18 degrees. We also have that thing where it's cold, so we'll have keep our bodies warm. But physiologically, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. So, which means we are not logical. Correct? So now what we'll do is, all of you have got a challenge in mind? Everyone? Yes? I'll just take you a very simple guided process. It will take just 10 minutes. Keep a notebook and paper in hand, right? Ilya, okay. Make a note in your phone after we complete it. Because we'll be... Today you didn't bring. Okay. Cool. Use your... but now when you're doing the exercise, don't write it. So Harsh, yeah, welcome. Monica, I have not seen you. You know Tamil?
Hello.
Monica, you know Tamil or it's only English?
I know, sir. The thing is, my baby is here, so I'm not.
That's okay. No, I just wanted to know because sometimes I keep shifting between Tamil and English, so I wanted to be sure. Bala Praveen, only Tamil therima. Cool. Yes, Monica. Thank you. Yes. I'll be, it will be by and large in English, but sometimes I move to Tamil because most people like to experience it with their mother tongue. Bala Praveen, you know Tamil?
Tamil theriyum, sir. Tamil
Very
mother
good.
tongue.
Thank you. So relax. Close your eyes.
Sir, I don't know Tamil, sir. Please.
Anita, yeah, don't worry. Yes. I know you can understand Tamil. Cool. Cool, parallel. Relax. Slowly connect with your breath. When you're experiencing a reasonably good connection with your body and with your breath, slowly allow most of the thoughts to disappear. How to make the thoughts disappear? Whenever you see a thought, you come back to the breath and the body. And allow your whole body to relax. Especially since most of you are sitting. Keep your back rested well. Shoulders, your face, your neck, all completely relaxed. Relaxed as though they will drop down. Relax as though you will drop down. In that perfect, I would say, calm state, slowly bring up the challenge that you're facing. If you're experiencing the challenge only as a thought, keep thinking about the thought. If it's a very global situation, it's like we have multiple things. I have financial problem, I have problem with my in-laws, I have problem with my husband, wife, children, career, whatever. Let everything come up. Maybe as a memory. Or when you keep thinking only, you'll get an image of it. Problem with your boss, problem with customers, whatever. Allow the screen in front of you to get filled with all the images. Or if you think I am always thinking negatively, I always keep shifting my thoughts. Just be with it. Know that this is how it is happening. As you keep looking at those thoughts, as you keep looking at those images, the body that is relaxed will slowly start responding to those images and memories and thoughts. Find out and make note of that part of the body that is reacting or responding to this thought and memory. And as you experience your body reacting to this thought, also find out what emotional change or what feeling comes up in the system. And slowly, you can find out what that part of the body is expressing. If that's very difficult, allow yourself to express verbally your situation now, which means you have the image, you have the body change, you have the emotion. All the three together will throw out a thought. Oh, this is too much. Maybe I can't digest. Maybe I should run away. Whatever. And when you do this, make note of it. Also find out, as you stay with these thoughts, with the emotions, with the changes that are happening in your body. Find out. Maybe you can allow yourself to go deeper or more open to understand what will happen if this situation continues in your life. If this continues in my life, what will happen? What is the worst possible thing that can happen in my life? And if that happens, how will I be? What will happen to me? What will people tell about me? And how will my life be? And also understand, do you know how to handle it? Yes or no doesn't matter, but just be with it. And slowly open your eyes. Take time to open your eyes. You can again rub your palms, open your eyes within your palms. So those who are making note, you can make a note in your notebook or in your mobile phone also. I will again summarize the questions. I am making you to again and again do, not to dig deep, but we have meditation to burn off. Are others able to hear? Yes?
What do we need to note down, Sarvanan?
I will tell you now.
Okay, fine.
Maybe Mr. Kalyan, நீங்க unmute பண்ணி பாருங்க. Find out the speaker.
Sound வரல, உங்க sound கேட்கல.
அந்த ஸ்பீக்கர் செக் பண்ணுங்க. ஆனா எல்லாருக்கும்
இல்ல sound கேட்கல சார்.
இப்ப கேக்குதா? இப்ப கேக்குதா?
நீங்க பேசுறது கேட்கவில்லை, sound கேட்கலை.
So, what we need to do, I'll take you through. This is very important. Don't be worried about digging because we have a way to cleanse everything fast. Okay. So, what we did now was this. We relaxed body and mind. I'll be sharing the slides with you, don't worry. But you have to make note of this. You relaxed your body and mind. The whole body and mind was relaxed. Then you got in touch with your challenge. Got an image of it, the situation, or whatever. You are completely visualizing the image, the consequence, and everything. So when the body was relaxed, you slowly got in touch with the image and the image. Then you consciously evoked emotions. More evoked and observed the emotions, the body reactions, and the verbal behavior or the verbal talk, or what we call as a self-talk. So this is what you should write now. You can make note of it. In a situation, in a challenge, you imagine panninga, which is a current challenge. The challenge I imagine பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தப்போ என் பாடியில் என்ன ரியாக்ஷன் வந்தது, என்ன எமோஷன் வந்தது, இதை பத்தி யோசிக்கிறப்போ எனக்கு என்ன எண்ணம் வந்திருக்கு அதை ப்ளீஸ் ரைட் டவுன் ஆல் திஸ். I give 2 minutes time, please write down.
சார் நீங்க பேசுறத கேட்கலையே சார்.
You have to check your audio. All are able to listen. So, முடிச்சிங்களா எல்லாரும் இது? Thumbs up means you have done it. கேக்குதா போ? Now, இந்த எமோஷன் வந்திருக்கு, இந்த வெர்பல் தாட்ஸ் வந்திருக்கு, இந்த மாதிரி பாடி ரியாக்ட் பண்ணுது. Now we go to the next important thing, which is what will happen if this continues? What is the worst thing that will happen if it continues? இதே மாதிரி போயிட்டு இருந்துச்சு அப்படின்னா நான் வந்து வேலையை மாத்தாம இப்படியே கண்டினியூ பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தேன். I'm saying this to you especially. So இப்படியே கண்டினியூ பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தேன், என்னால கம்ஃபர்ட் ஜோன் வெளில வர முடியல, இப்படியே 10 வருஷம் ஆச்சு. How will my life be? What will happen at the end? And after that worst thing, when I experience the worst thing happening, what will be my opinion about myself, others, and the world? இதெல்லாம் நீங்க எழுதணும்.
This meeting is being recorded.
I will share the recording, no problem. You need not record. I will anyway share the recording to you. Yeah. Can anyone share? If you keep sharing,
May I?
yeah, share. Yes, Harsh.
So, to give a brief, the problem that I face is feeling discomfort when I'm in my own track and some external component comes, someone calls me, someone asks for any help or something else, I feel that discomfort in myself. So verbally, I'll say, why, who is calling me? Why someone is contacting me? So the body reaction is shoulders get triggered like this, head is like little bit angry. And when you said what is the worst thing that can happen, uh, I may not be able to fit in the society that consists of my own family members as well as the society in general. Opinion about myself is I'm being very selfish. That is one thing. And what do you think about others? I feel that everything is a distraction, disturbance for me. So that's my take.
What is the worst thing that will happen?
Worst thing will happen is that I'll be left alone without being.
That's what you should write. I would be left alone. When I am left alone, and when I experience myself being alone, what emotion do I get? If you imagine yourself being alone, what emotion do you get?
Now, emotion is like I want someone. I want someone. Assistance.
That's the reaction.
Someone
I
like
somehow want someone, which is showing in your behavior. You want to please everybody, and after pleasing, you just come out of it. That's okay. But if I'm left alone and I experience myself being alone, what emotion comes up inside me?
fear.
Fear. Then what will happen to me if I'm alone? What will others think about me? Being in that fear. Maybe I think others are all having company. I don't have any company. Others are getting more. I am getting very less. Whatever. Correct? Write down what is unique for you.
Okay.
And it is to avoid that you are trying to please everybody.
Yes.
Okay. So it is a closed loop. நான் சொல்றது புரியுதா உங்களுக்கு? நான் வந்து என்ன இவர் இப்படி சொல்லிட்டாரு உடனே I going to please others, but deep inside there's an emotion. I drill down, it goes to loneliness. அந்த loneliness நான் experience பண்ணாம இருக்கணும்ங்கிறதுக்காக நான் வந்து I have developed a strategy to somehow please others. And I think I'm pleasing others because today I think I'm pleasing others because he's my boss. But I'm not seeing he is my boss. It is because deep inside I'm afraid of being alone and I want to avoid the situation. So it acts like a close-ended loop. On one hand, I want to be free. On the other hand, I keep doing things which will make me more and more dependent on others, which I feel. So that's a loop.
Yes.
This is one example. Thank you, Harsh. Anyone else wants to share? Please share. Yeah, I can share.
Current challenge is fear and anxiety about the financial situation. Because of the career ups and downs, family, or problems. When I think about this emotion, I have always found this connection exists.
You think about a promotion.
No, this emotion.
This
emotion, what I have is condition which says can be fear of going for meetings. So what happens when I go for a meeting, I always have once I go to meeting, but this initiative of what will start is always a fear. It's not because whatever happened all these years is against my wish. I have selected something which I never liked. The monthly, what I know, or even college, things which are selected against my wishes. That kind was the most important thing I felt. So I selected, though I never had that as a like. This condition always lies in me, heaviness in my research.
What will happen if this continues? What is the worst thing that will happen?
Worst thing is, if this is happening, career as a problem, I don't have and savings. I will always feel I will not have money to run my support family.
If you don't have support or money to run your family, what will happen? What is
fear and helplessness? What I feel.
When you're experiencing fear and helplessness, when you allow that experience, what image do you get? Yeah, close pani pata. Allow yourself to be in fear, be in the helplessness, close your eyes, experience it fully. When you experience it fully, what image comes up?
As if I'm worthless.
Huh?
As if I'm worthless.
Birthless.
Worthless.
Worthless. How do you imagine yourself as a worthless person? When you give an image for yourself as a worthless person, what image is that? What figure is that? What situation do you get?
Situation, as if I'm in the midst of the sea.
You are in the midst of the sea. Okay. I ask you to close your eyes and go back to the time for the first time you experienced the same fear, same helplessness. worthlessness, as though you're in the middle of the sea and no one to save you. What memory comes up first?
I don't know where I will go because lot of.
First thing that comes up in your mind. You need not go anywhere. Be with your heart, it will show you.
They were working in a company. I had a
What age? 40. 40, 40. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, we'll stop here. Just be with the image. Be with the image, we'll channelize everything out. So, just to give an example to everybody. So, we have Mr. Shashi Kumar here who shared about anxiety, fear of future, helplessness, and then going to a situation where there's a lot of helplessness, worthlessness, as though in the midst of the sea. If you're in a past life regression session or a metaphorical session, I'll say go into the middle of the sea and see what happens. Go down. But we are not in that. So we are moving into something conscious. When was the first time it happened in this life? Now, he goes to, he's I think 50. Yeah, he's 52, 53 now. He goes to a time where at the age of 45, he had the same situation. So he has regressed 7 years behind now. Now, if you push him further, he'll go to childhood. Correct? So, we need not use our brain to think. Please understand. The brain has no work. Brain has no work. Okay? So, when I say brain has no work, put your brain, because it is thinking based on information is available to the brain. But most of the information is in the mind and that is in your guts. It is there all over the body. So, you breath connect panni, swasathoda connect panni, abde relaxed up poningena, you'll go to any time. But for the purpose of this process, we are holding only to this life. You will actually go into a childhood situation where you experienced loneliness, helplessness, ellame. Okay? Anga aramcham abdina, so it is like you want to break a building. Okay? Is it easy to break the wall if you start chipping from the top of the wall? Or easy to chip the wall when you break the bottom of the wall? Bottom. So we just allow to go as deep as possible, break the bottom, so whole wall, because we don't want the wall. Now we are afraid to collapse the wall. Ayo, wall which correct? கண்டிப்பா கொஞ்சம் தொய்வு ஏற்படும் ஆனா it will jump back very well. There is no process. Even in training I always say, கம்பெனில ட்ரைனிங் போனாங்க 40 பேர் அட்டெண்ட் பண்ணாங்கன்னா 4 பேர் வேலையை விட்டு போவதான் செய்வோம், ஒன்றும் பண்ண முடியாது. You cannot assure them that there will be no attrition. Correct? 5-10 people will leave the company only. There's no other way. To keep the 5-10 people, if you don't train the other 30 people properly, the company will sink. Right? So that is something. Adhe mari, there are certain lot of benefits you have gained by this way of living. Now, it is not necessary to drop in life. It is not necessary. But just be open. It will again pick up. The system is geared in such a way that it will only protect you also. Right? So that is the leap of faith which you're talking about. I'm okay to let go of something to gain something more. It's not that it is always only, today if you open Facebook, you get only that. No? In 3 hours, your life will be changed. That to 99 rupees. Okay. So, please share. Yes.
Actually, I have often I have challenged my son who picks up some quarrel and who used to argue me, and then he will tell 10 years back you said like this, now we are like this, you are not changing, and you are letting me know in front of others, and you are treating me like a child. So all this he will communicate with me with his hands like this. He will tell. So previously and all, when he starts like this, I used to have shivering in my legs. My legs used to start shivering. But of late, by practicing methods and doing some yoga and meditation, that is not happening. Okay, but I get some heaviness in my stomach, or some as one you said, some churning in my stomach, and then my body becomes a bit heavy. So all this I face, and sometimes I used to go to self pity why it is happening only to me like this. So I think by attending this session and everything, I will be able to face this.
Why is this happening to me? When was the first time you thought about this line in your life?
At the age of 7 or 9, maybe between 8 and 9.
Between 8 and 9. That is where the root is. That is where you should try and see if we can disconnect that. If we can disconnect feeding the root. That why is it happening to me has helped you in what ways in life? All the success you had can be because of the question.
I'm not able to believe. Maybe I'm not able to believe.
Yes. Why is this happening to me? Why are everyone better than me? I did it at the age of 7. And then there's a rebel or that sort of akrosham, no? You say, I will anyhow make it happen. And it helps you succeed. No doubt about it. But today you have reached a point where your success is being pulled down because that thought, why is happening to me, is also taking you down in the other direction. You see Avengers movie you have seen. How many of you see Avengers movie? Or for that matter, any Superman, any Marvel movie if you watch. On one hand, this good team will be having huge superhuman powers. On the other hand, the enemy also will have superhuman powers. Which is what our people told in yoga a long time back. The more you go positive, the negative also you are creating in life. It is said in Gita also. It is said in Gita also. So, why is this happening to me? I have to somehow work on this. I will show it and I will make it. Has surely helped you succeed. Now, the same line has also, without your knowledge, did so many things, which is showing up in a way which is not acceptable to you. Now the goal is, can I stop this? That is what we call as inner child work. Am I ready to let it go? So which is where we go in for some processes. We will do it slowly now. We still have time. 11:38. Yeah. Anyone else wants to share? Yes, Vanita. Others, please be there. Though you are switching off your videos, I'm okay. Please be there, because the more you are with what people share, the more your emotions will come up. Known, unknown does not matter. But the more your emotions are up, ready, we can completely discharge them during the last part of the work. Okay? So just be there. It's just another 1.5 hours. Be there. If you don't find it logical, be there. They are not shy. They may be sharing their problems, but emotions are same. Yes, please, Vanita, please. Vanita, you have to, we're not able to hear you.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. The problem that I have thinking of is financial issues that we are facing right now in our house. When I dig into the situations, the worst thing that was happening means everybody were coming to my house and everybody were asking, and the things which were not in my hand, which were going out of my control, because I'm not the person who is taking decisions in my house, right? So the feeling that is my heart was like I had a tingling sensations in my it was a heaviness in my heart. If I go deeper into when it was happened before, means I don't know whether I went by using my mind or emotion. I don't know that because normally I used to go when it happened in my childhood. The same things were happened in my childhood with my father also. He also faced a lot of financial issues, and we used to we used to feel insecure if somebody comes or asks something like that. So
what decision did you take? What did you think about yourself as a child when your father had financial issues and people came and asking money? What was your opinion about yourself, about your father, about life?
I feel so insecure at that time. I don't know what was happening at
You're
that time.
feeling very insecure, and what is the strategy you developed to overcome it? What do you think you should have done? What did you do actually?
In the child, I can't do anything, no, sir. What can I do? And now also I can't do it.
Something you did, something you could have done, even mentally also.
I feel like I must do something to solve the situation. I must help my
But you
help.
are not, but you are helpless.
No, I did not do at the time. And now also I want to do something, and my situations don't allow me to do. And now I take it as a relaxed mode. I don't want to do anything right now. Even the situations were like that because nobody were.
Now we get to the point. You said I am not doing anything, correct?
Yeah.
Even as a child, you did not do anything.
But the thing is, I'm very. I'm not satisfied with what I'm doing right now.
That's
That is
okay.
the first thing.
So that is how the mind works.
My brain says you are able to do so many things, but I don't do anything.
I don't know anything. Which is the same line. As a child, I decided when people came to ask money, on one hand, I felt helpless, but I did not do anything about it. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
But that is the age that where what we can do at that because we are into 7th grade or 8th grade at that time.
That is okay. That is absolutely okay. But even now, I am using the same term verbally. I can't do anything. We should see how we can de-link it. That's all. It is not that what you did as a child was wrong. No. At that age, I did not do anything. At this age, I can do something, but I'm still not able to do because somewhere I get stuck. Because deep inside, I can't do anything is dominating my life. Helplessness is dominating my life, and it is a circle. I'm moving within a circle.
Is it my decision or is it the people around me? People around me were deciding the fact.
Ultimately, you make the best decision for you, which can protect you. That's all. People around you can make anything. You know Jittu Krishnamurti?
Yeah.
Jittu Krishnamurti was beaten black and blue. Completely beaten up because he did not listen to his teacher for 5-6 years. But he did not budge because he was very clear. I will not listen to you. I know it. Right. So it's there. So ultimately it is your decision. The reason I'm saying is today when I came to this meeting, there was a call. One lady told she was handicapped. Okay, I'll tell you how this works up. She was handicapped. She told her everything was going well in my life. Suddenly last week I had a thought, and that thought is coming repeatedly. I made a mistake, but still no. I told, what is the age? 35 years. What happened? I'm physically handicapped. This, that, okay. Then as I didn't ask anything, she said, I am not married, but I'm not having any feelings towards marriage also. It's slowly coming up, right? Everyone do not get everything in my life, in their life. Then I asked, what is that you did not get in your life? He said, no, nothing like this, not this, not this. Okay, everything is okay. So what has happened is nothing. Right from 1 year old, when she got handicapped, or at least people diagnosed with handicapped, her mother and father have been everything is okay. It is normal. They have completely suppressed that clear physical reality with the thought that it is all okay. And now that is playing havoc. On one hand, the right instruction. Yes, இப்படிதான் இருக்கு. உன்னால மத்தவங்க மாதிரி நடக்க முடியாது. ஓகே. ஆனா இதுல உட்காந்துட்டு நம்ம என்ன பண்ண முடியுமோ பண்ணாக்கா நல்லது. அதை சொல்லியிருந்தா வேற மாதிரி ஆயிருக்கும். Parents are also really agitated. They want to cover this. They want to do that. And today she is confused. So ஏன் சொல்றேன்னா, these are all the decisions which are childhood, made in childhood, which is still active. And that keeps creating life. We don't know whether the egg came first or the chicken came first. Yes? That story is very difficult. Only thing is you can come out of the egg. Or you can stop being a chicken. Correct? And or you can stop laying more eggs, which will give rise to the same chicken. Anyone else before we take a 5-minute break and come to the meditation? I think if anyone else want to share anything, so how are you? Good? You want to share something? That's all. You made a note? Are you able to make sense of what I'm saying? Okay. So Vanita told, Harsh told, yeah. Arun, Balapraveen and Monica, they're very silent. They not talk at all. If you want, you can open up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
Monica.
tell you. Yeah. So actually, it's I don't know what to talk about. I didn't do much of the meditation today because I joined in a little late. My son was there, but I've been doing this inner child work for about 5 years or something, and there are still a lot of issues going on. I think it's I don't know if it's a ever-ending cycle.
What is the core decision? What is the core decision you took as a child about yourself? When you say you've done inner child work, with whom? In what format you did it? Yeah, Monica, you can come out and share. Not an issue. So you'll understand. She has gone. She is muted. Yeah. Cool. It's 11:40 now. Oh. The fan is running there. Okay. So it's 11:40 now. We'll take a 5 minutes break. Okay. Come back at 11:45. 11:45, we'll start the session once again. Please continue to stay on the link. Is the temperature okay? Soda remember. The AC well same. Yesterday was very hot. I thought the car AC was not working. When we went to the car AC well same நினைச்சேன் வீட்டுக்கு போனா அங்க சென்டர்லயும் ஏசி போச்சுடா கார் ஏசியும் போச்சு சென்டர் ஏசி போய் வீட்டுக்கு போனாக்கா அங்கேயும் ஏசி போட்டு வேலை செய்யல இன்னைக்கால வந்து எல்லாரும் சொன்னாங்க மேபி it was very hot actually yesterday. Even AC is not working. Anyways, now it is okay. It's okay. So welcome back. So normally we have done inner child work or inner healing work basically only using hypnotherapy. Okay. So I've been practicing hypnotherapy now, if you ask me, for nearly more than 12 years. And I have realized one thing, that hypnotherapy alone will not work. Even yoga we thought will work, but people are not patient. As I told you, they just start calculating how long, how many sessions, how many days.
Patience.
Huh?
Patience.
But there is one more way, the proper Ishvara Pranidhana, which is again listed by Maharishi Patanjali. He said Kriya Yoga means tapas, self-study, and Ishvara Pranidhana. Which means you're just taking a leap of faith. In the sense, we are just aware of less than 1% of things which are happening in the cosmos. Just 1%, is very limited. And I think I shared with you a long time back, maybe at least a planetary healing part. Recently, it has come out with Sengol and everything. Okay. How many of you are aware of Lemurian civilization? Or any of you are aware? Should be aware. Yeah, Swarna. Swarna, can you please share what you know?
I know very little. I just know that Lemuria, or that Kumari Kandam, as it is known in Tamil, was an extended portion beyond the peninsula, Indian peninsula, as we know.
Yeah.
And then it was a very advanced civilization, almost comparable to what we know these days of Atlantis. And then it just disappeared into the ocean.
You're right. So she's right with the understanding. How it is true or not, even I don't know, but I also trust it. Okay. Because there is enough map, we have a lot of things to prove that area, but leave everything aside. We look at it only from a spiritual healing point of view. Lemuria was somewhere below the Kumari, below the part of South India. It connected Australia with Egypt and African parts. It was a wide land of mass, and the whole mass sank. இப்போ நீங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா, if you take in Tamil Nadu, the more south we go, more of occult practices are done. You know that? Occult practices are done more in south. Most black magic cases come from Theni, Madurai, or even deep parts of Kerala, right? And what we call as Atlantis, also they were very, very adept in occult. And when the whole thing submerged, based on my understanding, a part went to Egypt and one part came to India, which we moved in Himalayas, where we have Shiva. And what went to Egypt, we have Taurus, Horus, Thoth, and whatever. And if you look at the Egyptian gods and the Indian gods, there is lot of correlation. I don't know whether you are aware of it. Lot of correlation. The methods are same and everything. But in India, we have more strict ritualistic practices because we have incorporated the safety component into it. But at the same time, the Egyptian practices are also in sync with what we do in India. So, one of the most powerful ancient practices is healing, rebirthing. If you do hypnotherapy based rebirthing, we go back to the womb and then do a rebirthing cognitively. But the proper tantric practice is You completely destroy yourself in the body of the mother. You can take it Durga or any goddess who you like, completely destroy yourself and then rebuild yourself consciously. Rebuild yourself consciously, which we call as rebuilding, right? It's a long process. For that only we have those 9 meditations. We keep preparing and doing it. And today we'll be doing the first part of it, which basically means, even if you do not continue, I wish all of you continue. Even if you do not continue, we do something as a hard breath today. That's a basic practice, and we just initiate into the next practice and leave it there. Because we can't do everything in one day. You need at least a day's gap or a couple of days gap so that the psyche gets used to it. Right. So Ishvara Pranidhana means you are completely surrendering to God. That's all. So you can choose any goddess of your choice. You can choose any goddess of your choice, preferably feminine. If you say I don't have any feminine gods, make it. Or if you believe I don't have any god, I am a godless person, just look at the image which I have and meditate. That's enough. Right? We will be using Durga. We'll be using Durga with the lion or lioness for that to start the process today. And there is a very good correlation. Why there is a correlation is, in Egypt you have Sphinx. I heard about Sphinx. The lion head, or I think lion body with a human face, right? And in Chidambaram Nataraja temple you have it. In the entrance of Nataraja temple, it's very small, but you have this image of the Sphinx. And it is said that during the Kurukshetra, they were the one. They were the one. Vanita, I think you have to check your audio. Others are able to hear me? No. So, Lord Krishna called them to protect the Pandavas, Pancha Pandavas. So they were protecting the Pancha Pandavas without being present physically. Without a physical form, they were there. They were protecting them throughout the war till they got the kingdom back. And after that, they asked, where do we go? He said, go to Chidambaram, because that is where Shiva is going to do his dance. Right? So they came here and still worshipped there. And Sphinx is the entry. It also has a line. So there are a lot of correlation between those practices and our practices, what we call as tantric practice. Most of the tantric practices correlate with shamanic practices. By and large, both are same, but we have more discipline, because once we're going into a powerful zone, it's better that we observe certain discipline so that we don't get the side effects of that. So that is the only thing. And one more reason why I thought we should offer this or develop this is, normally hypnotherapy regression is not suitable for everybody, right? Especially people who are into deep psychiatric medications, or who are into deep smoking, or even for that matter, alcohol. Regression doesn't work. It actually takes them off. But the beauty with this type of healing is, you are anyway surrendering to God. You are only interjecting the image of God inside and allowing the qualities to grow inside you. So there is a safety inbuilt inside the system, where it is within the framework of those qualities you are going to transform yourself. In that way, it is more safer. It is more safer than trying to cognitively understand and going into trance. You're also going into trance, but it will be with the image of the goddess. Are you okay with that? Any questions?
When you say this image of goddess, with the line we have to.
I will send it to. I will send. With line, we have in the meditation, we have the line also.
We have to imagine that.
Correct. If you can, all of you can imagine a picture of Durga. You have Durga with the lioness, the lion. Very good. Done. Next time I'll send it on a PowerPoint. You can have it on your mobile also, or even now you can take it and then use it if at all you want. So why an image is very important? The image is very important because if you take Isha in Sadhguru, you have Linga and Linga Bhairavi. So from the Linga, that is how creation started happening. So he has, from his vision, he took up those hands, right? So it just comes out. So that's also a powerful method to manifest and make things happen. So this is also one more tool. Just be with the process, relax, and we'll see. So we will also load Durga Suptam. We are chanting it. So Swarna knows it fully. So we will not chant today, but we load it as a part of the system. You can hear Durga Suptam and then be with it, chant. We'll have 2 mantras. You know the Navaratri mantra? Navaratri mantra, Durga Suptam mantra. We'll also use Lingaveri mantra of Isha. Whichever you're comfortable with. Just be with it for 10 or 15 minutes every day as we go through the process. Okay? Cool. So before we really start or go into the process, I want you to imagine the most ideal situation related to your challenge. For example, from based on what most of you have shared, if you start with Swarna, it is like I'd like to make choices about what I accept and what I don't accept. If I know, if I'm conscious enough to do that, how will my life be? I make an image of that. For Vanita, if we take, it's like I want peaceful, happy life where there is nobody at my doors for whatever reasons. If none of them is there, if all the financial challenges are over, how will my life be? I need to have an image of that. I need to have an image. It's very important. Same thing for Harsh, same thing for you, same thing for your son also. What is the best thing that can happen in my life? For all my problems are settled. Negative thoughts it is very important because challenges vara, especially when we start getting older and older, all the old problems surface. All the problems suppress as a child keep surfacing and they show up very, very powerful. And they are created in the mind. It is very easy to imagine a bad thing happening to us and a good thing. Yes or no? It is very easy to imagine bad things happening to us because we have been conditioned. Insurance it is very easy, but it is very difficult to give a right direction to the mind positively. This is what we are going to develop now. So, simple, rombo complicate panna vendam. At least have a mental image about what is that ideal thing, situation in my life, which will completely happen, which if it happens, I'll be perfect peace, happiness. Don't go into the nitty-gritties now. As we progress, we'll go how to get that clear. We will say that. But even if you have an impression of it, it is okay. Right? Yeah, relax. You may have to sit for another 30 to 40 minutes. We are at 12 now. At least till 12:30, we may continue.
Sir, one doubt I have. Actually, on the goddesses that we are speaking, I am from Isha. Previously, I used to do the Linga Bhairavi Stuti. That we have 33 types of Stuti. I don't know. I couldn't chant. I'm not feel interested. I need a lyrical version of something, anything. I need to be a little. I want to do like a humming something song type of thing. After that, I am able to. I know Rajesh Shamla Devi picture. We have done some yaga Rajesh Shamla homam. But now there, I feel like there is a conflict between why I am not why I left Bhairavi like that. Why I'm constant. I use daily. I used to do Rajesh Shamla Dandakam. It is a lyrical one. Now
So don't worry about it. So all I'm saying is,
I'm leaving Devi like that. Why I'm doing some?
One second. Let me come. I understood what you're asking. So it's like this. You need not change your Devi. So, for example, if somebody who is very devoted to Mary comes here, if I ask her to imagine Durga, what will happen? That inner conflict itself, one year will go. Yes or no? Right? It is not going to happen. We are not going to change any of that. What I am saying is,
The thing is,
you have your Devi Stuti.
I'm not aiming at Durga or something, sir. I'm more attracted to Rajashyamala Devi face or
Don't worry
something.
about it. Don't worry about it. Allow me to complete. Allow me to complete. You can still have the face. Okay. As a part of the meditation, we are going to do some breath work. And as a part of the meditation, we are going to use the energies of the lion to get assimilated. Then in the last part of the meditation, you can invoke your own god, your own goddess. You can take Radha Shamla Devi only and then be with it. That's enough. Okay. And that is how we'll progress. Even in the other classes, we'll have first part where the healing happens. You can still heal with your own goddess also, no problem. Right? Whenever we bring in certain animal powers or some journey, see if we can give. Otherwise, ride with the Devi and come back. No problem. Right? There should be no inner conflict. It's better to go with whatever you're comfortable with rather than me coming and changing anything. Now it's not possible. Okay? Cool. Relax. Connect with your breath. Breathe in and breathe out comfortably. Allow your body to relax. And drop your mind. Be with the body. Be with your breath. And for now, drop all thoughts. Bring in front of your mental screen all the challenges that you have and see them as an image, as a movie. See all the challenges that are happening as an image and as a movie. And as you keep seeing those challenges as an image and as a movie, allow your body to open up and react. Observe how your body is reacting. And also observe that emotions that come up. The thoughts. With a few gentle breaths, breathe out the thoughts, breathe out the emotions, and breathe out the congestion, the reactions that are in your body. See if you can keep your hands, palms open, facing upwards. Legs uncrossed. That will facilitate the process of release. Breathe out. Long exhale. See the thoughts that go up. Why is it happening? When will this person change? When will the situation change? Leave out all those thoughts. The emotions related to the thoughts. Drop them. Let it go out of your palms, off your body. And now with every exhale, slowly see your breath pushing the images, pushing the challenging situations far away from you. The thoughts are becoming smaller and smaller and smaller. The emotions are losing their intensity, and your body is becoming lighter and lighter and lighter. The images are pushed far away from you. They're so small and insignificant. And now, after you sense that they're so small, bring in the image, the ideal situation for you. The ideal situation. Maybe you're spending time comfortably, peacefully, doing what you really love to do. People around you, the most important people around you, are also the way in which you like them to be. Experience how you relate with them and how they relate with you. See the multiple situations in which things happen the way in which you want. Be relaxed. Some of you may be able to get a perfect image. Some of you may be able to get only an abstract image. Just be with it. At the same time, ensure that your whole body starts responding to the positive image, the ideal situation that's happening in your system, in your life. It could be more money, more financial stability, more health, more psychological health, more emotional health, and whatever. And now, as the image becomes clearer and clearer, allow your body to generate sensations to experience the new situation. As you draw the new situation into your mind, closer to your body, closer and closer and closer, it is as though the new situation is happening right now. You are healthy, your relationships are healthy, and people around you are responding or being the way in which you want them. You are comfortable, they're comfortable, you are pleasant, and they're pleasant. As you continue to allow this integration to happen, take a couple of deep grounding breaths. And connect to your heart center. Somewhere in your chest cavity. Your heart center is the midpoint from where the part of energy moves up through the throat to connect with consciousness above your head, and below it you have the energy going down to connect through your body to the earth. And now pour unconditional love and allow the flame in the heart to rise. Unconditional love, acceptance. Generate the feelings of love, the moments where you experience love, where you gave love, where you were in love, unconditional, without any expectations. And see how warm it is in your heart center. And allow this love to ignite and love grows. It grows, expands within your heart, and love is a fuel. And you continue to pour love upon the flame, and it expands, brightening, intensifying, spreading warmth and light throughout your body, throughout your being. While you continue pouring love upon your flame, begin to breathe as though you're drawing the power, vitality, and intelligence from the heart of the earth below you. You can also imagine yourself going down to the bottom, the center of the earth, going down to the center, the heart of the earth, and drawing the power, vitality from the heart of the earth up through all the strata of the earth, drawing from all the elements, minerals and plants. Pull the energy that comes with your in-breath into your body. When you inhale, the energy comes, the vitality comes from the heart of the earth into your body through your spine. Inhale the power and vitality of the earth, drawing it with your inhalation up through your body to your heart center. Hold your breath for a moment while the power and intelligence of the earth mingles with the love that you're connecting and continuing to pour in your heart flame. The power that comes from the bottom of the earth comes up, meets the love that you're pouring into the flame. Hold your breath for a second or two as you allow the blending to happen. And now your being is filled with love, with power and vitality from the core of the earth. As you exhale, feel nourished. Breath radiates from your heart center, igniting every cell of your body with vitality, intelligence, life force, energy, and love. You inhale, you draw the energy and vitality from the core of the earth to the heart center. Love, it mixes there. Hold for 2 seconds. Experience it fully. And exhale, spreading life, energy, love, vitality to every part of your body, every cell of your body. Continue to do this for another 1 minute. Gentle, deep inhales and gentle exhales as you allow your being, your heart to be filled, And the whole of your being is filled with love, vitality, and energy. As you continue to pour love on your heart flame, while you inhale to the heart of the earth, now simultaneously, simultaneously, which means as you inhale from the heart of the earth, also inhale, extend your consciousness upward toward the heart of the universe, above you. Far above you, above your head, extend your consciousness, your awareness to somewhere far above and draw in the universal intelligence, the power from the center of the universe through your head into your heart center. This means when you're inhaling from the heart of your earth, you're also inhaling from the heart of the universe. Both happen at the same time. The universal intelligence, power, vitality from the stars, the intelligence of the universe that surrounds and permeates all of the creation, comes into you through your head, filling your heart. At the level of the heart, it meets the power and vitality that comes to the center of the earth, blends with love, which are continuously pouring. The whole of your being is experiencing it. As the power joins the power of the earth in your heart center, see, feel, and know and imagine further nourishment of your heart flame. When you inhale, the power, vitality comes in from the core of the earth, the heart of the earth. The intelligence power comes from the center of the universe, meets at your heart with the flame of love. Hold your breath for 1 or 2 seconds, not more than that. And when you exhale, the whole of the power, vitality, and the intelligence is spreading all through your being. With each exhalation, experience the growing life energy, intelligence, and love. Hold it. Gentle inhale and exhale. No forcing. When you feel aligned, you can slowly open your eyes. We will do the basic touch point now and then go to the next part. You can slowly open your eyes. So this is what we call as the heart breath. This is the basic practice. You begin with, you can practice this daily. Do it in a relaxed manner. Don't get tensed. Don't hold the breath for a long time. If you have deep and everything, it will pass. So don't hold breath for more than 2 or 3 seconds now. And once you get proper alignment, you can actually hold it for 5-6 seconds also. Right? So do this. So what we're doing, the challenges, emotions move out, bring in the ideal, and ensure that the ideal is for the benefit of everybody. Please understand, there is a social level benefit, there is an existential level benefit. This is a process where we are connecting with the cosmic force, universal intelligence, And that works when you are at a very deep level, delta state, alpha state of mind. And more universalities, it's better. You are used to, yes, I understand that we have issues which are very specific, but at the same time, also connect and understand how people around you, beyond your family, will change if changes happen within your family. Correct? If I say that I have this issue, that issue, yes, this is also, when this is resolved, how will I contribute better? Okay. So see if you can connect it. But the more you connect it, the more connected you become. Because the universe is not bothered about your financial problems. Let me be very frank. It's not a bother about us. Not whether you sleep or not. It is just there as a vibration. The more you connect with that universality and how it can move out, the more you start connecting. So that's the balance which you need to bring. Once the thing is, you're opening up yourself for becoming more aligned after this problem is solved. Otherwise, it will never end. One house, second house, third house, 1 crore, 10 crores, 100 crores. It will never end. Correct? It will never end. And we will be out of sync. People of crores also, they are not happy because we are not in sync. It is not the problem is not in the money. The problem is what I think about it. Right? So see if your goal can be universal. Now, before we go to the second part today, I would like to know how you're feeling now. Are you comfortable in your body? Whatever. So we do the second part easy. For you, I think it should be easy. We have been doing it. You can share. Yeah.
Actually, it's comfortable.
I drifted away.
The image.
1 second, Arun. Yeah.
The image part, it was just on and off. I have to work to get that image more. Okay. It's not coming just like that.
Image of what?
Image of challenges you said, no? Some challenges and what you want after that. Okay, that image, it was just on and off.
That's okay. Okay.
Otherwise, it all good.
It's very difficult. It is not because we are not, it's very, it will be vague, but still, if you're able to push the whole thing abstractly out and bring it what you want abstract, it is okay. Slowly, we'll get the perfection of getting it right. Otherwise, hard body later, agitation. How are you?
I'm fine.
Fine. Okay. You also done it, right? This meditation didn't come. We started in the last class. Yeah. How are you? Were you able to do? Somebody? So for everyone, visualization is difficult. Yes, Arun, you can share. I think you started off.
The image was okay, but then I started drifting away. Suddenly, I drift then I have to come back again and do it. Is it normal?
Yeah. Drifting away is normal. You need practice to stay. It's okay. No problem. With practice, you will see. Then we'll see how much we can stay fully.
Okay.
Yeah. Body is light, comfortable, Ilya. Anyone?
Body is comfortable and the initial challenges were but ideal situation body got somewhat relaxed and or a soft feeling so it was comfortable feeling and relaxed only. It was good. Cool. But certainly and the breathing it just drifted away and the therapy come back. I have to come back. So it came back.
Cool. So basically, they say in yoga, if you can rise up to the level of the heart, there is no going down. Which means, we say, we reach a level, after that, you may not really drop back. You can either go or stay. Heart center is like that. If you can bring the majority of energy into your heart center, and it is very difficult to drop after that, even if you think you can't drop. Because this area is so sweet that you will not want to think only in terms of yourself or whatever. Below this, it's all me. And that builds the insecurity, security both at the same time. But once this happens, so we are directly going to the heart. The heart breath, you keep practicing along with this, connecting with the universal benefit of what you're going to get, what is going to be offered, then things happen. If all are comfortable, yeah, Vanita, you can share.
Yeah, it's not like that. Normally, I heard of something like if the below the heart chakra, if all the chakras are not aligned properly, uh, is it okay by imagining that moving upwards and everything is aligned? Is it okay like that? Because sir,
No, it's like this.
when I
No,
was in so stressed situations, I used to sometimes I have a lot of trembling sensations in Ajna Chakra.
see, it's like this.
Previously, I was like, Ajna is something.
You are going somewhere to the top. Anyways, I'm telling you, it's very simple. You can, if you are so strong in your sadhana, Kriya Yoga, and you are very, very clear about it, you have enough time to do it, enough strength to do it, you can solve everything, come step by step by step by step, which means you are resetting everything in your life and coming up. Everything you want to do it on your own. That's one way. It is so messed up, I just want to jump out of it. That's also one more way. We are trying to see if we can hit a balance, that's all. Are you able to understand what I'm saying? You are trying to see if we can hit a balance. When you are trying to bring in the energy up, it naturally heals all these areas, number one. Only thing is you are not doing it systematically like a Kriya, because it's very difficult to do a Kriya. Unless you are intense tapas, you can't do it. It will open up something. Living in a social situation, you are exposed to so many things, it cannot happen. It can happen with a lot of, I know people who are very, very meticulous. They do it, which means they are less messed up inside. Now we are trying to bring a balance. When I say bring a balance, it is not wrong to go to the heart. Without going to the heart, you go here, you will have every problem. Because you are not opened up to that love. You go here, that's where you start misusing it, and body start trembling and all that. This is a very safe place to come up here. And it is not that we are ignoring the parts below it. No, we are also activating, cleansing, channelizing, which we will do in the next few sessions. We will do everything. When we do all the animal meditations, it's for that only, to digest, throw it off. But the goal is to see how soon we come here safely. That's all. Everyone understand the question? Huh? This is Kriya Yoga. What you're doing is Kriya Yoga. There is something called as Kriya. Kriya means you are using your breath, pranayama, in such a way that you cleanse all this, the chakra, the mula, the ella chakra, clean panite. Problem enna, it's very difficult to continue. It is easy to do. If I say if you do pranayama 18 rounds 3 times a day, 3 days people will vanish from my center. Correct? They will vanish, they will not come back. It is only 15 minutes. Okay, only 15 minutes, but they'll vanish. Why? That is how the mind works. It will throw many things and they'll get angry. They'll say, why are you doing this? Why this? Why that? I came only for this. You're doing. Even now people are angry. I came for hypnotherapy. You're asking me to do yoga. So you do, okay, let me keep yoga around. Let me do hypnotherapy and some healing work. So it's like that. In that way, it is very, what do you call, difficult, because you're living in a social situation. Correct. That itself will create things. So we are trying to see if we can get a balance. Kriya Yoga means very simple. You are knowing the nuts and bolts of the system. You want to come and say, you know which door to open, go in, come out. That is Kriya Yoga. So similarly, you know where to go, how to go within a system and come out. This means we are first jumping out, doing some cleansing, and then trying to see if we can learn. That needs more meticulous practice. Here also practice is needed, but maybe slightly lesser rituals. It's more easy. After you get a hold of it, after it tastes a sweetness, if you want, you can go into Kriya Yoga. We'll still teach Kriya Yoga if you're interested. No problem. You're joining morning yoga, you're anyways doing, no? We'll do that. No problem. We'll still do Kriya Yoga. We'll keep doing. But you're doing it in a very lesser manner because everyone don't come regularly. So for those who come regularly, we're trying to start, but still the number is not there. So when you do regularly, we can actually go for deep Kriya Yoga. Anyways, cool. So all set. Can you go to the next part? Done? Okay. Relax. Body straight. Slowly start breathing with the heart breath. Do it in a very relaxed manner. Don't force your system. When I say don't force the system, the simultaneous inflow of the vitality, the energy from the earth, coming up through your spine, touching the heart, the energy coming from the top, the middle of the universe, through your head, meeting at the heart, and you pouring love at the heart, and all of them blending, and love expanding with energy should happen in a very relaxed, changing your emotions, changing the way in which you are, changing your being, very, very subtly. Should not, your whole body and mind should be relaxed without any congestion. You are using the heart breath to intentionally draw the vitality and the power of the earth and intelligence and energies from the sky, as well as the celestial bodies and the fields of consciousness in which all of us are suspended. Be sure to continuously offer your love into the mix, passing at the apex of the breath to allow the power and intelligence of the earth and sky to mix with your love. Unconditional love is acceptance and just allowing things to be. As you continue breathing with the heart breath, experience your radiance growing and glowing. The inner radiance begins to shine. A full golden glow, radiance emanating from your body, emanating from your being. As you become fully more present, you will be able to see and feel yourself drawn to the most ancient sphinx, an image with the body of a lion and a human face. It has been standing there for ages, protecting you, waiting to guide you. Soon you become aware of yourself standing between the paws of the sphinx. The giant sphinx understanding in between the paws of the sphinx. It's a quiet time between dark and dawn, and you can begin to hear the sounds of the city waking up behind you. You look up to the head of the magnificent being and imagine yourself, and suddenly you find yourself standing at the top of the earth, the altar of his standing. You can see the eyes of the Sphinx staring ahead toward a point far away. Gather your intention to request permission to enter these mysteries of nature, of the cosmos. And you're committing by doing the work with humility and respect. Offer your next deep heart breath directly into the heart of the Sphinx. You connect yourself with the Sphinx. Stay there. Connect with love, your commitment, and your request for a safe passage. As the first ray of the rising sun touches your back, the heart of the magnificent Sphinx opens, and you're drawn forward, closer, and you're pulled into, and you become a part of the great stone statue, leaving the sunlight behind. The molecules within the stone expand along with yours, giving a sense of being in a great and spacious room. The molecules within the stone expand along with yours, giving the sense of being in a great spacious room. Even though it's very dark inside the stone, as you become accustomed to the darkness, you become aware that there are many beings coming into form all around you. Spiritual beings, healing, they come all around you. It is the light of their essence that fills the heart of the Sphinx and allows you to see and recognize. Some of them may be very prominent for you. Greet those whom you know. You may be knowing some of the divine beings with a sense of intuition, with a sense of connection. Your gods, goddesses, divine beings. Some of them may welcome you. And one of them steps forward. One of the devas steps forward and hands you an etheric bundle wrapped in red cotton clothes. It's a gift. Thank. And certain of the other deities offer you specific messages, tools, or information to help you on your journey. We are going to journey deep. Once you have greeted and communicated with those who wish to connect with you at this time, you will begin to feel that the stone is closing around you and you're squeezed back out of the Sphinx. You're coming out of the Sphinx and you find yourself standing once again between the paws of the Sphinx. As you gaze up to the eyes of the Sphinx, receive any final message he or she has you at this time. Remembering that the Sphinx not only maintains direct access to the intelligence of the stars, but also holds the blueprint for this planet and its inhabitants. Offer your gratitude to the Sphinx. Tie some knots of gratitude to add to the offering to the goddess Durga. As you come out of this journey, you can record your experience in your journal. After this, the bundle that has been given to you contains symbols of all the things that you have neglected or discarded in your life, for which you may still carry regret. Study the contents, and as you study the contents, one item at a time, the memories will awaken, and you have the luxury of time to fully understand the importance of these events or patterns and the influence they still hold over you. As the memories come up to you, be sure to tie a knot for each and let each take you deeper into those experiences you might have forgotten. Whether or not you consciously remember the details, these situations may have patterns that have been adding to the burdens that have been carrying. For now, you can be sure that you have been carrying this all along, and you're opening up more space for positive energies. Simply make note of the choices. As you seek to expose the truth of yourself, it's good to remember to be grateful for the truth and carry with it the honor and dignity. Record your experience. You can tie the knot. Every day, maybe you can find out, go through the same meditation. When you come out of the Sphinx, just tie the knot and leave it. Take a deep breath, relax. Ground yourself. Breathe in and breathe out. Drop the heart breath. Just come back to normal breathing. Then slowly open your eyes, feeling fully grounded. So, how are you?
You're right. Really, I was not sleepy, but fully aware. Like,
You're able to go in and come out. You're able to go into the Sphinx and come out.
yeah, but I would say that what was happening, but I was not sleeping was not there. There was no sleep, there was no drifting was over. Waking come out and visualizing action again.
You're able to do that. Yeah, that's it. Visualizing is important when you do it consciously, because
the energy comes up. You think this way it goes. When it goes where no that goes where no. It comes like Muladhara. All these things suddenly comes up. From above we can see visualize it comes through our Anasahasrara, it comes inside. But when it comes from ground, we really do not know.
Yeah, you have to journey into the earth and bring it out.
So,
Yes. See, it's like this. We may call it imagination or visualization, but they have a form. What you're doing is you are creating a form with a certain visual, and mind gets used to these visuals, and mind gets transformed. That's the whole idea here. So even if it is visualization, no problem. Because universal life is an illusion.
so I don't feel
That's
like
the
it just comes.
Huh?
I always feel general result comes. It reaches me. Instead of going, look, I can see, I'm going, I can see the depth of air.
Ah. Correct.
Going there, it's not happening.
Will happen. Don't worry. No. Just to break certain things, it will happen. Yeah.
Yes, it was able to connect with her, but it was with the visualization I was able to do. When feeling on visualizing some great bundle. And after that, it was able to blueprint. So I was able to connect that with that.
I said that the Sphinx has the blueprint of the entire universe. So, okay. The Sphinx, you got lost in between. So once you come out, they're just looking at it because it has a blueprint. That's a blueprint. And so then you open the bundle, you find things which are neglected so far. It just comes. You don't try to think about it at the time. It just keeps popping up. Understand, experience it, get it, go back, not it, come back. நம்ம நந்தியில போய் இப்போ மரத்துல போய் கட்டுவோம் இல்லையா அதே மாதிரிதான் just going and leaving it there. It's a ritual. You're doing it mentally with a certain process. And that takes care. Yeah, how was it?
It's no way on the imagination window. Sphinx
I'll send the images. I'll send the image to each of you. You can use that image to imagine. It becomes easy. Yeah, I have the image of the Sphinx in Nataraja temple. So I'll send that.
What exactly you mean when the package, the neglected things? What is that exactly?
Find out. So the question is what I mean is there in the neglected package, in the package. What is that I neglected? We don't know. Can anyone share anything you neglected came up in that bundle? Can anyone share? You opened the bundle?
You see only the red color piece. Wow.
எனக்கு பண்டிலே கிடைக்கல.
பண்டிலே கிடைக்கலையா? Very good. Cool.
பண்டில் வரும்போது நான் எங்க ட்ரிஃப்ட் ஆயிட்டேன்னு நினைக்கிறேன்.
Okay, okay.
Bundle again.
Yes, Vanita, you got something?
I totally lost. I couldn't hear your instructions also. This happens in every yogic sessions which I attend, even in Isha Yoga Center also. There is a death meditation. I totally lost. I don't know. I'm able to listen or not. I'm not sleeping, but I don't know where I am. I couldn't hear your instructions. I lost.
Cool.
Why it happens, sir?
So why it happens is because I don't know how to answer. Because here we are not used to relax and be conscious both at the same time. Today, being conscious means we are more stressed. We operate at a point where thoughts are more than 100, 80, 100 above. When we are doing these meditations, especially guided meditations, the number of thoughts come down below 10. The frequency of the brain comes down below 12, 10, or even 8. Being awake in that space is a challenge. That is why you get sleep. Because now, the moment to relax, relaxation is sleeping or forgetting and watching a movie. That's all. We don't know anything else. Can I be conscious after going to a deep state? It's a practice, but it will come with practice, nothing to worry. That is where Hatha Yoga. So when you're conscious about, when you're doing it consistently, that the fear is only this. When people start growing old, especially after you cross 50, the fear, the biggest fear, let me tell you, is not the fear of finance, sleeping, all and it is a fear, it's a fear of death only. Say, how many days do you think you will live? How many years you will live? Chuma, I'm saying, guess. Chuma, guess. 80. What is the age now? If I can ask. You will not tell. Okay. Okay. I assume you are 40 years old. Okay. 40 years if you live. 10 years is 3,650 days. 40 years is around 13,000, 14,000 days. That's all you have. Even if you live for 40 more years, it is only 14,000 days. If you are 60, no. Please don't misunderstand. I'm not going into that. If you're 60 years old, you're going to live only for another 7,000 days. Which means unconsciously that's a fear. And if I do not know what it means to transcend this, it will She came around a week back, 20 medicines, age 75, 80. What is the use? Now she said, I will not take medicines. What will you do? So, yes, it is very important that I know what it is. That is, we are not given any importance to that so far. At least now can I give importance? And can I train myself for that? And when I train myself, yes, we have to take baby steps. Earlier the better. And it works. Because if you are conscious when you are dying, no problem. For half an hour meditation, I am not able to be conscious. I go off. It's okay. But what will happen when I go there? I'll become unconscious. We are a fear of becoming unconscious and things happening to us is the biggest pain. Yes or no? If I forget myself, why am I not giving myself to others? What if they do this to me? Why are you And the Bhaitikta, we have created a protection. Now, anyways, we know we have to go. Now the question is, how will they go? So that is why this healing and everything. That's why we sleep. We sleep because we are not trained there. Hypnotherapy language, they will say body has a spirit. I am not going to say that. Okay. If it is there, we can remove. That's a different story. If you say, when I learned hypnotherapy for the first time, they said, if you sleep in a hypnotherapy meditation, it means you are possessed. Right. That's what they said. But I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that. Even if it is there, it can be cleared off with these meditations. Especially psychiatric medicines open up many things. It damages the aura. It can still happen. No problem. Yes, anyone else? First time to going to the meditation may be difficult. If you practice it, I'll send the image also. The recording also I will share with you. When you practice, you'll get it. If you get this, is this called journeying? We'll do this. We will do this. We will do this. The more you open up yourself, you'll find there is a method where you can rebuild your body step by step by step. And the focus when all of them.
Actually, why you use stings, sir? Actually, why you use stings as a thing that we need to focus on? Stings.
See, that's a part of this process of. See, this is a process. Inner child healing. The moment we talk about inner child healing, we are talking about healing the psychological, emotional challenges which we have, which is leading to some certain problems in life. It can be physical, it can be mental, it can be financial. So this is a process. We are going with the springs. We are just there, learning to connect. Then we will start moving with the Devi, which is what we will do in the forthcoming sessions. We'll start working, moving with the Devi. We'll start moving with the lion. Then things, it will be more intense. It will actually be more intense. It is not going to be easy. It will be more intense. That's why I compressed it and bought it in 2 weeks so that we can slowly work. It is like a sadhana by itself. Any other question? We still have time. 5-10 minutes. Or there no, you just said Podom. How is it? Ah, okay. That's natural. Good that you are able to identify and then come back. That's all. If you're not able to identify, you would have got lost with the thoughts. Which is what happens to many. They get lost with the thoughts. By the time they come back, meditation is gone by 5 minutes. Or they get lost in the thoughts or they get unconscious. That also happens. But good. Knowing the thoughts, coming back is a good thing.
Unconscious to mean sleep.
Yeah, sleep is unconscious only. You are not conscious of what is happening. So now we want to be consciously, but at the same time relax. Keep the mind in the alpha state or even hypnotic state, delta state. So can I be consciously hold myself there is a question.
Sir, how many more sessions, sir, totally?
We will have 9 more sessions.
Okay.
After this, I will announce it in the group once we complete. So we will do that in the night. And a morning panna mudiyadu. We have to compress it within 2 weeks' time. Because if we leave it out, poidom. So
this meditation, how many times we have to do in a day? And at what time we have to do this?
Do only once, preferably in the morning.
எவ்வளவு நேரம், sir?
It will take hardly 10-15 minutes. Hard breath வந்து நல்லா பண்ணுங்க. You can follow my instructions. I will send this instruction to you. இதே யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கங்க. Just follow it. That's enough. Whatever time is allocated for this, you just do it. That's all. ஒரு 3-4 days தான். Once we start the course, everything will become a part of the parcel. Hard breath practice மட்டும் சும்மா relaxed practice பண்ணிட்டு வாங்க. Because that centering is more important. Once you
அது வந்து நம்ம எப்ப டைம் கிடைச்சாலும் பண்ணலாமா?
நிறையலாம் பண்ணாதீங்க. Maximum 2 times a day பண்ணுங்க.
2 times a day. Okay.
நிறையலாம் பண்ண வேண்டாம். It will be too much. Body ரொம்ப சூடாயிடும். தெரியும் 2 weeks எல்லாம் முடியுமான்னு ரெக்கார்டட் செஷன் முடிஞ்ச வரைக்கும் அட்டெண்ட் பண்ணுங்க. அட்டெண்ட் பண்ணீங்கன்னா நல்லது. இல்லைன்னா ரெக்கார்டட் செஷன் வச்சு பண்ணுங்க. If you start off, don't leave. In a session is okay. It's a standalone session. The next 9, don't leave. And it's everything flows into the next one. So
and 9 sessions are every week or every day? How is it?
By and large, every alternate day.
Every alternate night
evening we will do maybe 7 to 8:30, 7 to 9 on the matter.
Sessions
we'll have our framework. Framework is very simple. After that, it will be all this meditations. When we combine both together, it will start the healing. This is why it's inner child healing. Cognitively, you can't go and solve everything. That's very difficult. I know, by now, you should have known. I know it for sure.
I know.
But when you heal the energies, automatically things will be thrown out of the system. It will be transformed into the system.
Okay. So, but then weekdays, konja tight இருக்குமே.
You do the recording.
அப்படியா?
Yeah.
Sure.
முடிஞ்ச வரைக்கும் அட்டெண்ட் பண்ணீங்கன்னா நல்லது. I'm also willing to come. If all of you are coming directly online, offline here, it's also, I know it is difficult, but it's worth it. So, at least do it online. Do it online.
Sessions இருக்கும். Training session முடிச்சிட்டு வரதுக்கு டைம் ஆயிரும்.
Yeah. You do it in the morning then. Healing பண்ணிட்டு பண்ணுங்க.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. அது வேற, அது ரொம்ப முக்கியம். அது பண்ணீங்கன்னா இதெல்லாம் ரொம்ப ரொம்ப சேஃபா பவர்ஃபுல்லா இருக்கும். You do this and you do yoga, your yoga will be different. யோகா பண்ணிட்டு திருப்பி இங்க வந்தீங்கன்னா it will be even more different. பாடி நல்லா ஸ்டில் ஆயிடும், மைண்ட் ஸ்டில் ஆயிடும். யோகா பண்ணாம இதை பண்ணீங்கன்னா it will be different experience. அதை பண்ணிட்டு பண்ணீங்கன்னா it will be different experience. இங்க இருக்கவங்க கிட்டத்தட்ட they are doing some work. I don't know about Monica. I know Vanita is doing. Swarna, yes. Yes, Mr. Kalyan is doing. Bala Praveen, தெரியல. நீங்க பண்றது இல்லை. Okay. And if you want, you can join. We have that morning class service 6 to 7. பண்ணிட்டு பண்ணா it really opens up the body and stabilizes the system. So if it's all over, we can close with a small prayer, right? I'll circulate in the group the forthcoming sessions dates allam. You let me know. சரிங்களா?
Durga, you're sending, right?
I'll send those images. Yes, those things I'll send you.
Yeah. And Suktam and 3 chants on a printing. What is that?
First Durga Suktam.
No,
Durga Suktam. I think you were there, right?
Yeah, mantra chanting panna. We did it. Yeah.
Mantra chanting pannirukkom. Then the Navaratri chant we have.
Okay.
That sequence also we have. Then one more Sadhguru's chant is there. That's also very powerful.
Linga Bhairavi.
Yeah. You can be with Adala, you can do, you can listen here anytime during the day. Really help the process. So let's close with the prayer. Yeah. Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritangamaya Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Varna. Bye. Thanks, Arun. Thanks, Mr.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thanks, Monica. Bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Bye.